Today's video is sponsored by Vuhlandes. So for anyone who doesn't know, I do have a brand called Vuh. It is VUH, and it's not a skate brand, but we do sell skateboards and things related to skateboarding. But right now we do have some skateboards up. It is a limited edition deck with the project that I did a couple months ago called What's Cracking. So if you would like a skateboard or a print from that project, it is up in the site. And not to mention that anyone who does buy a print or a skateboard will be entered into a draw to win this medium format film camera. So yeah, if you want this Yashica, or if you just want to support your boy, you know, head over to Vuhlandes and, you know, support your boy. Link in the description below. But let's get into the video. Alright, so what is the goddamn deal, YouTube? It is, of course, your boy Vuhlandes, back again with yet another video. Yes, indeed. And in today's video, we're just going to be going over a few of my experiences and just like kind of my mindset on like getting paid through photography and just like kind of making this a career and like all that type of like monetary gain with photography in a sense. This is going to be just like, you know, if anybody's tuned in to Vuh Speaks, which is my podcast that I used to do, which I might eventually bring back, but I've been super busy with it being summertime. I've been trying to spend more time outside and not just, you know, sitting in a house talking to a camera, but or maybe it's just good to hear a different photographer's perspective on certain things that, you know, a lot of people have opinions on. So but with these type of videos, I always try to make it so that I'm not just like talking at y'all, but more kind of just talking to y'all without anybody necessarily responding. But maybe when I say something, you might have a thought in your head that like I can probably answer that without you like even actually really having to say something to me, because I never want to talk at people. I always just want to talk about my individual experience and just kind of share that, more than saying like this is what I feel and this is law and this is how it should be and all of that. So hopefully you guys can, you know, spend the next kind of 10 or 9 minutes with me and go over and just listen to me speak about this subject. All right, so a question I get asked a lot by people on the internet and people that like I just randomly meet in life, and when I tell them I'm a photographer, they usually sometimes ask me this, and the question is, have you ever shot or do you shoot for brands and companies and things of that matter? And the answer is not really. Like not very often at all do I shoot for brands or companies or anything like that. And it's interesting because I have posted on Twitter that I much rather do passion projects than do client or commissioned work, and that kind of sparked a few people's, you know, opinions, and a lot of people do agree. Then there's a lot of people who, you know, and I also agree that you do need to, you know, make a living for yourself. I'm 27 years old. I live on my own. I have bills to pay, rent, car note, all type of stuff to pay. So, but there are some times in life when your passion does become your job. But in my opinion, I would much rather, and I definitely prefer doing passion projects over commissioned work, and let me explain why. So I never started photography for anything other than the love and passion for photography and being a photographer. So when I first started photography, it was all I wanted to do. It was all I could think about. And my passion for photography was like, it outweighed everything else in my life. I literally just wanted to take pictures. To this day, I still just, every day I wake up to the time I go to sleep, I'm just thinking about taking pictures, and that's really it. I never really did it or thought about the idea of making money from photography because I never thought that I would. I was literally solely just doing it because I love doing it and I wanted to do it, and that was how, that's what made me happy, and that's how I fulfilled my happiness and got the serotonin through my body and, you know, my soul every single day of being a photographer. But me personally, did I do, you know, projects solely for the money? Yes, but I've turned down a lot, and I mean a lot of things over the past couple of years, just based on my preference and just like what I and who I see myself as and what is important to me. I used to shoot music videos. A lot of y'all who are subscribed to this channel probably are subscribed from some of those music videos that I used to shoot, and shooting those music videos were fun and I like doing them, and like, you know what I'm saying, I learned how to be a videographer and make these YouTube videos through shooting music videos. So that was cool for me, and like that's what I take away more from that than the money I made. A lot of people hit me up to this day. Every single day I get emails, DMs and all that stuff about shooting music videos, but I no longer shoot music videos because I don't want that to be who I am. I don't want to just be shooting music videos for the entire city of Detroit just because I can make a bunch of money from it. And shooting music videos doesn't make me happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, just shooting music videos doesn't make me happy because that's not what I personally want to do. But if I cared more about the money from it, I'd be shooting music videos every single day. So, and I feel like if I'm not passionate about something, I shouldn't be doing it. Like, I shouldn't be putting my energy into it if I don't necessarily and 100% believe in what I'm doing, and like don't necessarily, and my heart isn't there. At the end of the day, my heart isn't in it, so why should I be doing it just to make money? I'd rather do something that makes me happy than be out here just, you know, raking it up, you know, stacking it up. When I did start doing photography for money, whether it was like senior portraits when I was first starting out, or taking pictures for this person or that person, getting a few $100s for this and that, even doing little things like that kind of took the joy away from photography that I felt. Just even small things, because when you're doing photo work for a person or someone, you're doing it to please them. They're the client, and you have to do the things that's going to make them happy. And essentially, you're providing a service, and you want to provide a good service, and you also want to cater to their needs and their wants and all the other things like that, which is cool, and there's no problem with that. But there is some times in those situations where you can get, like, the joy of being a photographer and just the passion you have for being a photographer can get sucked out of you like that. And that's all from just doing something that you don't want to do. So I rarely, hardly ever do anything commissioned unless it makes sense for me, unless like it means something to me, unless like it's going to help other people, if I can be involved and it's helping someone else out, like a community or anything like that. So those are the things that like I most enjoy doing, because it's not necessarily, hey, do this, do that. We think this is cool, so you should shoot it like this or you should shoot it like that, which is cool, and some people are down for that and some people have no problem with that. But for me, I never started photography to do that. I started it for my own reasons and the things I liked and the things I wanted to see within photography. So I'm not going to say that it bothers me, but it can take it away. So yeah, I do know a few people who, you know, got their dream job, dream photographer job, and they're on a schedule every single day. They have to report to this person every single day. They have to do this every single day. They have to shoot like this. They can only do this and do that and blah, 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 blah. And at the end of the day, you're taking pictures, and like that's ultimately the goal, is to take pictures for a living. But it's not for yourself. And like some people, when you have a job taking photos, and you go to work every day and you take photos, when you get off of that, you know, photography job, you just want to go home and do something else that doesn't involve photography. And I feel like that kind of sucks the passion out of people too, because then this thing is now looked at as a job and not like just something fun that you started to, you know, whatever reason that you started for. And also a lot of people who do start doing photography for money and commissioned work, who go into it with a attitude of, I just want to do this to make some extra money, or I want to do this for fame. I want to do it just so I can make money, because clearly photographers are making a lot of money. When you set those expectations and then those expectations aren't being met, you start to kind of feel down and bad about yourself. Not me necessarily, but I've seen it happen to other people. And yeah, you just start to feel down and, you know, bad about yourself, because the expectations you set of making so much money from this thing is not happening. So now you're like, well, I'm gonna do something else to make money because I'm an adult and I need to make money somehow. So, but I don't want to have a real regular job, which is fine. I know having a 9-to-5 job is not the cool thing to do anymore, but a lot of the time, man, commissioned work could just take the joy and just, you know, overall passion you have for something. And that's with anything, not just photography, just anything. When you're not necessarily doing the things you want to do, and you're not doing it for the reasons that you started doing it anymore, things start to change. No matter who you are, no matter what you say, things start to change, because bro, money rules everything in this world, and it's so important to a lot of people. And bro, I come from absolutely nothing. I was, you know, trenches, you know, west side of Detroit, inner city, grew up with nothing, you know what I'm saying? So I understand how important money can be to a lot of people, including myself. But for me, money just isn't everything. There's a lot of people also that I know who, if they never made another dollar from photography, they would still be photographers. Whereas if some people, you know, can no longer make money with photography, they're probably going to be over it and done being a photographer. And in my opinion, money should probably be a plus, but not the sole reason you're doing, you know, your passion. And yeah, you just start to lose focus once money is involved, and like it means a lot more to you than the passion of the work, you know what I'm saying? So, but that's just me though. That's just me and how I am and how I view things. Not everybody is like that. But I did just do a project with HASSELBLAD and Adidas, and it's on the ballroom scene in Detroit. If you don't know what ballroom is, just look into it and yeah, just see for yourself. But to me, this was an important project. It was here in Detroit. It was shedding light on some very talented and important people, in my opinion, and shedding light on some important things in the city and just overall around the world. So to me, I would have loved to be a part of this project because it made sense. It helped people. It shined light on a community that needed light shined on it, and it also just overall helped people. And overall, it was something that I personally saw myself being a part of and wanted to work on. So it's things like that that I would rather work on than shooting 600 music videos in a year that I don't necessarily care about. So I've been doing photography now for 8 years, and I do photography shoots for $0, literally nothing, way more often than I do photography for money. But I know everyone doesn't have the luxury of not making money. So this is why I'm just speaking on my, you know, experience and solely just me and my experience. But I do photography more often for nothing at the end of the day, because that's what makes me happy. And just interacting with people, meeting new people, giving people pictures of themselves, taking pictures of new things, seeing new things. These are the things that make me happy with my photography, not necessarily putting money behind that. And also my personal projects, a lot of the stuff that I'm doing now is for my book down the road. So I do think there's ways to make your personal projects at some point make you money. But in the grand scheme of things and in the moment of these things happening, I'm not doing them for money whatsoever, or even thinking about making money from any of these things that I'm shooting at the moment. But in some cases, I'd much rather do a personal project and then release it in some form of art to give to people to kind of make that back, or make money back, or gain some type of income from like maybe these personal projects. Because at the end of the day, yes, we all do need to eat, but what's going to make me the happiest in these moments, and what's going to make me feel the best about my work, and things of that nature. So with Vuskate, which is me and Amal's brand that we started, it's not a skate brand, but we do sell skateboards with artwork on them, and they're very limited. So like, I think that's a great way to, you know, give people a piece of art, and also, you know, do these personal and passion projects to make me happy. And then, you know, kind of put that art out into the world. But it's meaning behind it, and it's also like, it means something to me. You know, it wasn't made just for the sake of making money, and you know, it's just art at the end of the day. So yeah, I don't know if anybody remembers the What's Cracking project that I did with my friends, maybe I think before COVID or right during, I don't know if it was before or after COVID. I think it was right before COVID. But yeah, we did that What's Cracking project, and that was like one of my favorite projects that I've ever done. And you know, I did it just for the sake of doing it because I wanted to do it. But we are releasing skateboards with all those photos on it. I know you can't see it right here, but yeah, we're releasing skateboards. And yeah, it's just like a way to, you know, have this project in physical form into the world, and other people can see it, and, you know, also skate it. Also, for anybody who don't know, I've skated since I was like in what, 10th grade. So yeah, skating is probably, I wanted to be a skater before I wanted to be a photographer. So, you know, skating's just like a part of me as well as photography. So yeah, there's also going to be like some limited prints of the project as well, and other photos on the site. So if you want to print or skateboard, if you want one, they're going to be there. So but anyway, that's going to wrap it up for me, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys got something out of it, and I hope you guys just enjoyed listening to some of my thoughts on this topic. My thoughts aren't right, like I said, they're just like my opinions and how I feel, and kind of how I go about you know, photography, and, you know, getting paid with my photography. Maybe I can make another video about what I do, how I do it, where my income comes from, and all this other stuff. But in this video, I just wanted to go over that. But anyway, who knows? In the future, maybe we make another podcast about it. But yeah. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. If you're already subscribed, I'm not talking to you because you already did what you had to do. But we're gonna get up out of here, man. And yeah, you know, let's go do some shit. You know the vibes. Let's get it.